In the house, only 2 bars. Outside of the house, all 5. Interesting. And that's a hair. Okay, that's better. All right. Just was random walking around Leominster some videos. In this case, it's the new neighborhood that I moved to. Alrighty. Everyone has seen that place. We know who lives there now. But what is around here? Well, let's just walk around anyway. It's houses and more houses. So let's just take a walk around. Evergreen Drive. This one kind of got my attention. I like to see what's down here. According to the map, it goes around in a loop, so yeah, that's a thing. Big rock in the middle of the road. Wow. Am I in a lunar landscape or something? This road is horrible. I've literally been on dirt roads much better shape than that. There's my immediate neighbor over to the left. That is relative to my house. Apparently this is kind of its own mini neighborhood. Let's see what's around here. I'm curious. And I can't do anything about the jitters. I do not have a steady hand. And while I notice it does try to image stabilize it, it's not very forgiving. You know, I always thought that there was a garage. Now I know there used to be one. That definitely looks like it was added on. Similar to that room on my place. This guy barely has a lawn, and I even have less barely of a lawn. Only have a few sections of grass. It's likely crab variant, where it's actually getting a little tall. It'd actually be faster to go and mow the lawn with a pair of scissors than to use a mower, because the mower would literally just pick up nothing. And no. What's this phone wanting to do? One thing that sucks about the Samsung Edge screens is that trying to do anything is nearly impossible if you're holding the phone. When I was surveying the land, I thought this was part of my land, but it actually isn't. To the other side of that pond, it is. Got a ridiculously long piece of land that, frankly, I'm not sure what's really mine and what isn't. Even though I've seen and can access the property lines at any moment. And suddenly the camera turned around. Oh, I know what happened. There we go. No, my hand slid over the camera button. Which, yeah. Really hard to hold this camera straight, because your natural ability when walking is that your arms sway back and forth, and opposite of each other. So I'm holding this with both hands, so the arms have the tendency to sway. Danielle Drive. Well, it's practically a dead end. Here's a tiny piece of the street that was done over. It is a bit of a windy day, but it seems to have subsided quite a bit. Ashwood Ave. This is an interesting street. It was only half built. Goes right to the end, which you can see. And it continues past where that car you might have seen go by. But no, they stopped it short. The only thing that stinks about that is there's some big trees on the section that is never built. Also known in legal jargon as a paper street. It's a street that's on paper but never built, and nobody owns it. So if that tree falls, there's no owner. And insurance would be fun. Here's part of Fallbrook Reservoir, a little bit right there. I was going to go that way, but let's go this way. This way's a little more interesting, I think. Yeah, because this way, we'll just go back to where we were, just further down. Stay slow so the picture doesn't jump around too much. It's hard to see the screen because it's bright outside. How are you doing today? So far, so good. We got today off from work. Apparently there's not enough holidays in the year, so they give us some strange days off, and Good Friday is one of those. April 15th, 2022, Good Friday. It's not really a holiday, it's just a day that they chose to take off. And they decided to make it a long Easter Sunday weekend. So today they're not opening Saturday, and obviously Sunday, no. I mean, they do open on Sundays, but unless I'm really in a hole financially or throughput at work, I won't do Sundays. It reminds me, I already have started some major projects at the house. One is that I finally getting to cleaning the walls and cabinets of the kitchen. Pretty much when I moved in, all the important kitchen surfaces were cleaned, obviously. But now it's time to do the walls, doorways, all that stuff that hasn't been done. It's weird. And we're not facing the right way again. Pressing the button. There we go. 56. And that's 55. That is weird. Usually odd is on one side, even on the other. One-hour community college class. There was a day that I went and there were no classes, and the hope was that my Super Nintendo club that I had, the guy that brings the Super Nintendo would bring it in. There would be use for the day, and well, he forgot. But I didn't pull his leg or anything, but he decided to, and we did it again. Come on. Correct way, please. Thank you. All right, we gotta find a different way to hold this. So I'm trying to hold it so that it doesn't go off. It doesn't flip. And that's all it's doing, is it's flipping. Alder Drive. Now that's a cluster of mailboxes. Wow. Anyway, continuing upwards, up the big hill. Overlook. Yeah, we'll look at that in a moment. Clubhouse Drive. I have a feeling this road just ends. It's also very narrow. All right, this doesn't end. We're just gonna, I want to look at Overlook. But I don't know what it's overlooking. What the hell? Come on. It's starting to annoy me now. And why are we assuming I want to end the live stream? There's no way to hold this thing. I gotta keep an eye on it because every now and then it just decides to change what it wants to look at. It wants to look at my chest, or it'll actually look at what I want it to. I have a feeling this is the overlook part. Yeah, it doesn't really overlook anything. But it kind of overlooks some of the stuff. Definitely the hill over there. All right, now let's go back to where we were. Like I said, I'm holding it with both hands, and of course, when you walk, your arms have the tendency to sway in opposite directions as you walk. So you see the picture probably alternating side to side a little bit. Or try and do this. Single-handed. on the right-hand side. Shouldn't be hitting anything. And I'm being followed. I'm probably blocking his driveway and not realizing it. Nope, for some reason just going slow. Also, holding it this way, it tends to want to turn to the right a little bit, but since we're turning right, it makes sense. Just hold it that way. And the road seems to turn to crap. Still got all 5 bars. Boy, my house is grossly over-insulated. Good for the weather, not so good for the phone, because in the kitchen it barely even registers. I only get 2 bars. All 5 right now outside ever since I stepped out. And again, a road that's in spectacular shape. And someone has roosters. It's down that way. Doesn't say that it's private, but I want to stick with places that I'm somewhat familiar with. And I say somewhat because I honestly, in my entire life, have never gone down this area before. My school bus was on would go down Grant Street, which is the other side of this little brook, but never been down this. I think I have an idea of where it's going to come out. And a dog. Alright, that dog's fenced in because I heard it coming. And there's another one. Dogs are very popular in this part. Oh, there it is. I can hear it. Alright, here's that. Here's the brook. Well, actually, it's a pond. You're not going to get any camera time. I have a feeling this just ends. Yeah, I think it just goes right into that guy's driveway. Alright, so this apparently might be private. There's nothing here saying that it is. Practically got a kennel in there. Wait for the dogs to get out of there because one of them's a pit bull. Let's see what this goes to. Again, nothing saying it's private. Yeah, this seems private too. Need to Google Maps the area. Here's a dog trying to get at me. You hear it scraping away? Back onto the main drag. Once again, we're coming to Overlook. You know what helps is if the road was wider. You slow down quite a bit because it is pretty narrow at that point. Alright, passing Overlook. And this is that whole clubhouse and Alden. Seems pit bulls are the dog of choice in this area. This hill is why I have trouble getting TV stations. Even though I live like, I think about 120 feet higher than the apartment. So I pretty much had to park on Summer Street so I could get some video segments of the new police station being built. There's a couple of parking spots that are available on the very street that the thing was on were already taken. And the other side of the street is a no parking zone. And every which way you go is a no left turn, where there were plenty of municipal free parking spaces. So I literally had to park on my old street. Walked along the former tracks behind it, like I used to do when I ran errands over there, when I lived there. It looks like they haven't done a thing to my apartment. The blinds are still all the way up, like I had them. I didn't go on property, I just looked at it from the trail that's behind it. Yeah, the winds have definitely died down. I mean, they were getting pretty strong around 2 o'clock this afternoon. Do they realize somebody is walking on this side of the street? Or is it because they're stopping for something? Do they really do that? Okay, no one's coming that way. Danielle Drive, that's where we came from. There's another vehicle trying to get by. Thought I smelled smoke. Oh, some guy barbecuing in his garage. We call that very stupid. Nothing says, let's burn down the house, like barbecuing in your garage. Granted, if I turn the camera around to show you, I'm in the street, which makes it public domain, which makes it legal. It's a bit creepy. So, no, not gonna. Alright, here we're back on Grant Street. Look right there, there seems to be a red house. Heard the guy that lives there is an idiot. Nobody fails at life and everything. So don't trust that guy in that red house. And now my nose is starting to bother me a little bit because it's that most wonderful semi-annual time of the year. However, I think the worst adjustments have already happened because I was getting the whole scratchy throat and sore throat thing, but the rain will keep coming and it's tamping down and falling. So now it's just the runny nose thing. Alright, so I guess this road was the one that we were going to go down the second time, and then we turned the second one that we went around. That one is private. I'm pressing a button. There we go. Hello, Valdor. That's because the sides are still a little dirty. A lot of smooth rocks in the road. Somewhat decent size. About a few inches in size, or a few metric buffs around 7 centimeters. And all these are houses that border, I think it's called Speck Pond. We are getting to a part of the street where it's relatively open to the west, and it'll get a bit windy. There's the lake. Again, this is a private street. It probably was the other one that I went on in. Alright. And didn't realize it because there was nothing marking it. drive. Letting this guy go. That might have been the road that I was looking at. Anyway, there's a sign. I want to read it. And I don't think it said it was private. I'm going to turn around though. It's also in a bad spot. Alright, it does say private. So we're going to stop at the sign. Apparently it's called Lake Samoset. I swore at one point it was different. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to work. Lone Star Elevators, thanks for the $1.99 for just walking around. No trespassing. To join the association and all that jazz there. We can now shrink down. That might be too much. That's too little. That might be okay. Yeah, I think that might be okay. Another $1.99 in less than a week. Alrighty. Up the hill we go. Because this is private. Wonder if this sign actually said it and I completely missed it. Lugging this 70-pound overweight thing over big hills tends to... It's good exercise. Oh yeah, it did say private. I missed that one. Well, I guess I don't quite remember the name of the lake that I thought I was talking about. Anyway. Now we get into the wide open western skies. Speaking of, I gotta keep an eye out. Because perhaps there might be thunderstorms coming. I don't see any real threat. Alrighty. Alright, and someone's saying Happy Easter. I just can't read it because it's so bright outside right now. John. Well, John, I got that much. And of course, as this thing heats up, it becomes more temperamental. Every phone I've had was like that, so I can't say it's the Note 20 acting up. Apparently, heat up, the touch glass tends to not be as responsive. There's a temperature difference between the glass, and the point of contact is low enough that it cannot tell whether it's being touched or not. That's basically what it is. A little over 15. Now, depending on activity, I'm going to show you where life in hell began. Way back, here's the other end of Grant Street, way back in the year 1978. Oh yeah, noses are running. I was not a fan of the trees blooming and the grass starting to grow. Always been a problem. Like I said, because of the rain that's been falling somewhat frequently. Part of it, I got away with it fairly easy. Sometimes I get away with it almost no fight. Sometimes I get nailed, half the time I get nailed. Other times I'm bothered. Holy Family, that's the current building. The one in front of us is where they used to be. I forgot why I was there, but there was a family from one of my cousins, and it was a church. It didn't seem like a church. The building seemed like it was for something else. That was not purpose-built for a church. It might be, it just happens to seem kind of strange. Anyway. Might just pick up the pace here because there's pretty much nothing to see once we turn to the left. Okay, it's the softball fields. Alrighty. Now I have a feeling it's something else. There's soccer fields way at the top of the hill. Welcome to where? That's not the... Alright, that's better. Is it warm outside, Jacob? Hello, Tom. Yes, it is fairly warm. It's like about low mid-60s. Where hell began. Samoset was not a thing. All right, let's go down the road and see how many can I talk? How many eyebrows we're gonna raise by holding a phone like we are. Yeah, I have a feeling they're stopping at the soccer fields at the top. I don't know what they're doing. Paving crew, I don't know what they're doing. Alrighty. It's definitely picked up again. Maybe we'll pick up the pace a little bit. Alrighty. Talk over the copyright, which you probably can't hear over the wind anyway. Here it is. 44 years ago, half of September, where hell began. Fallbrook. And you worked your way up the building. Kindergarten was there, then first, all the way to third, then fourth or sixth was the other side. And right over there used to be a fort called Fallbrook Fort. And this sounds macabre, but the reason it no longer stands is twice in a year, 2 kids died on it. Both times, drawstrings and goodies. It's windy over here. Fallbrook. Anyway, let's take the ceremonial entry that I did 44 years ago. When it was the very first time. I mean, there's people walking around with their pets. Yeah, usually schools are pretty safe bets. And there you have it. 44 years ago, made that S-turn to a car that is coming. I'm waving them on. Tobacco use is prohibited. Imagine that, grade school kids smoking butts. I don't think that happened when I was a kid, because I definitely could smell it if that were a thing. Yeah, as you can see, people come around here. And there it is, the front door to hell. Oh, that school was awesome. Those are definitely new doors, because those were double doors. Similar to what's in there now. Anyway. not going to go looking in the windows. I don't think you really can. Yeah, they put a two-way mirror type thing on it. Alright, heading back to the exit. This time, I'm going to cut in front of this truck so they can see me. Now, when I went to school, this was the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade playground here, and this did not exist. I think it was, 91 or 92 that this became a thing. Let's go up it. This was originally Samoset Middle School. Now, I'm not sure how they're dividing the schools up nowadays. We're not going to, looks like they're redoing the road here. Yeah, I might just be turning around. Still windy in this part of town. Oh, they're doing a repave. It's all grooved up. They're just patching up the really bad spots. I remember when this was new and still living with my parents, I'd charge up this hill as fast as I can on my bike. Try and make it in not top gear. Well, on my 15th speed bike, I tried to get to the top in 10th gear. And I remember this hill was brand new. There were little streams running through it. And I thought right down here that there was just a thin layer of mud, only to be stopped rather quickly and being in 6 inches of mud, which is around 8 or 9 centimeters for you metric people. And here comes a wind gust. Oh, it turned back to the wind. So in here somewhere now, over there, used to be entries into the woods. Weren't supposed to go there, but I have. It was great because the school bullies that liked to pick on me a lot didn't like to go down there. So if I could escape, that was my escape. And I would choose the rightmost path. And then at the bottom, there would be a path that connects the other two that go up to the same place. So I would take that left, and then gently slow down so you don't hear me stopping. And double back and come out the same way because they wouldn't expect it. I believe they're here for the soccer fields right behind that fence. This is the part where I push a button. Alright, nothing. Every now and then I check the comments just to see if anybody chimes in. This is a fairly steep hill. And it goes on and on and on and on. Apparently this road really got in rough shape. They're patching rough spots and holes after they groomed it. Makes you wonder how bad it was. Alright, so we're not going to continue that away. Let's go this way, because I think I get a good view of Fall Brook from here, if I recall. Let's see if memory serves correct. I think it does. Oh yeah. Let's stop at this point up here. See, other people have the same. There they are. Nope, that's not them. Oh yeah, there they are. Like I said, it's real bright. I can't see. But people do walk this because it's a challenging hill. There's Fall Brook and a quote-unquote temp. Okay, there's a Wi-Fi connection available. How about let us just do this the way we're doing it? Alright, this is as far as we're going to take it. Yeah, apparently there is a path that connects to Fall Brook. Yeah, let's take it. Because sometimes I used to actually ride the bike up this path. Yeah, this is just an area that people are just having fun. Like there's some teens over there playing basketball. Again, when I went to Fall Brook, none of this existed. In fact, I'm trying to pinpoint where, but this has been around long enough, any history of it is gone. But the Manusnock Trail, which ends somewhere over there now, used to end going down this big hill, somewhere in this area. But like I said, it's almost impossible to tell where it was. Now I don't even know how the grades are separated anymore. We got another little playground here, so who knows where the separation goes. You know, I don't think it actually went anywhere. I think this is where Manusnock used to go up this hill, because this is dead zone here. Although there's trees up there. This used to be the grades 4, 5, and 6. Again, 4, 5, 6. And there was a funny story involving grade 5. And in grade 4, the first recess, we went on the little kids' playground, the big playground during the second recess. Second recess one day, nobody was on the playground. Everybody was lined up along the side of the building. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12. From there, to there, and on both sides of the building, every single pane of glass on the 5th grade classrooms was smashed. Every single one, both sides of the building. And I have no idea what they use this addition for. This looks more like a permanent thing. I don't know what, but apparently at one point they had classrooms taking up the gym, so there wasn't a gymnasium. I mean, here it is, but apparently it was taken up by classrooms. All right, now this was never paved. This wasn't paved at all. This used to be all grass. And here's the kindergarten to 3rd grade side. I think these swings may still be original. But there was blacktop here, but not this little of it. Wow, those are up a bit high. Wonder if they... I wonder why that is. Rock climbing wall, that's a new thing. Is this supposed to be 4 square? They were a lot bigger when I was here. And here's the original playground. Oh, they butchered up this classroom. I don't know if you can see in there. This used to be all one classroom. Same on the other side. Wonder what they made that one into. Anyway, this is an original playground. Monkey bars used to be right there. And where that red table is, there used to be mushrooms that you stepped on. It was like a puzzle. You had to try and make the jump from one to another. I always hated the 4th one because it pointed away, and if you hit it too fast, you went flying off the other end. And over here, I don't know if this red bench signifies anything because I don't see it. But over here, I don't know if there's any evidence of it either. This is where Fallbrook Fort used to be. I wonder if that's... There's no... Like I was saying, I didn't know if there was a plaque because, unfortunately, twice in the same year, I think it was twice in the same year. Actually, you know what? It happened twice. They weren't the same year. Once when I was either in 4th or 5th grade, and then another time, like when I was in junior high. Kids literally died on it. And both times, their drawstrings on their hoodies got caught and were strangled to death. One going down the slide and their rope got caught on a railing. And another time, actually, there was a climbing rope which had a foothold at the bottom, and the kid got strangled in that. It was literally deadly playground equipment. I think while I was still here, they took it down. Because, one fatality, okay, that was a freak accident and it was horrible. But then a second time, a couple years later, then they just said, knock the thing down. goodness, this is a popular place for people to just randomly walk around. Alrighty, back we go. Look both ways. Actually, we'll stay on this side. And we'll keep the camera pointed away from this. Well, this actually used to be, these were baseball fields. Now they're generally used for soccer. Alright, they're playing copyrighted stuff, so we are going to go on the other side. Alright, and we can point normal. Okay, I was wondering why we were just following me, and why are we showing things? Okay, why are the filters showing? Anyway, it's not interfering with the video. Like I said, I gotta hold this and pay attention to where I'm going. So occasionally the camera flips over, although I'm holding it in a way it shouldn't happen. Now I triggered the filters, and when I do, I struggle to figure out how to shut them off. I also really wonder how warm or cold it is, because watch where I'm going. Because if it's warm enough, I can open the windows. Alrighty, back we go. It's getting a bit late. Now I'm going to step to the side, because anyone who's intelligent would do that when they're dealing with their phone. Alright, there we go. I knew there was something I pressed to get rid of the filters. Alright, just wait for this guy to come by. Here we go. This is not an easy part. I think I'm not going to go this. Yeah, I'm contemplating on not going the same way back. So I need to once again cross and be on the side where I can see traffic. And the wind did pick up again. All right, there's Grant Street. We're not gonna come up the exact opposite way because that's a bit of a distance. Definitely starting to get warm enough that there's insects. So one of the things I kept forgetting to do when going to Home Depot for stuff is to get bug spray treatment to put around the house. Right. And here we come to Mafia Hill. Because I forget which house it is on this curve that we're coming up to. But apparently someone in the mafia was killed. Julian Drive. When I was learning how to drive, my father had me go up that road for some weird reason. He said he knew somebody on it. Might not have been that road. Memory can be a fickle thing. It seems to dead end. All right, going down the big hill. Like I said, I can't really put a finger on which house it was. But it's here on Mafia Hill. I think I see the one. And this is a blind corner, which is kind of scary, so I'm gonna walk in the road slightly, then pull right back in if somebody comes up. one more hill, then we turn right onto Litchfield Street. Now this was going to be a little walk, then I decided to go quite a distance. Just literally was going to go around the neighborhood. Well, went far away. You know what? I could use it. There's a lot of... Must be walking into clusters of flies or mosquitoes or something. 1 minute I'm free and clear, next minute I'm being swarmed, and then I'm clear. I'm not feeling that I'm getting bit, so they're probably flies. That nearly made me drop my phone. I have dropped it before on cement. It was okay. Now the fun part is turning right. This is kind of a hard corner to make. It's kind of a semi-busy road. Alright, let me just get to a spot where people aren't going to run me over. I'm going to line myself up with this guy's mailbox. There. Alrighty, so... Alright, here comes the hard part. Because this can be very, very busy.